Yes, hello and welcome to another vlog here from Malaga. First of all, I would like to say thank you to Grupo Play Car in Malaga for lending me this bike for the test ride. Thank you very much to Grupo Play Car in Malaga for this test ride. Yes, and today we have the Hero Hunk 440 2026 here. We have a one-cylinder, two-valve oil air cooled engine. We have 6 gears here. Yeah, it is very modern. We have full LED and we have a very attractive price here of about 3,700 euro all inclusive on the road. And yeah, let's look at it in detail here. Let's get to the controls and the display. So on the left hand side here of the handlebar we have the clutch lever, which is not hard, not soft to handle. Basically it feels pretty nice. Then we have a light switch here for your index finger, everything in one. We have high beam, low beam, passing light. We have a new buttons here for the display basically, and we have a back button which is very nice. We have a left, right and middle push to reset turn signal switch. We have the horn here. On the right hand side we have the throttle, we have the brake lever for the front disc brake, we have the starter switch here, which also acts as an emergency cutoff switch. We have the hazard light switch here, and that's everything on the right hand side. And in the middle we have the display, which is kind of a mix of a round instrument gauge cluster kind of thingy, and we have a rectangle TFT display in the middle, which is nice, but if you get into the shade or into the light, I don't know what is what, then you will see the middle square. Well, it's not a square, but you know what I mean. And you know, it's kind of different from the outside color of the actual gauge, and that does not look very nice. But the way it is, the way it looks now, it looks pretty nice, pretty much integrated. Anyways, in the middle we can see everything. We have the speedometer, we have a clock, we have actually on top we have the RPM, which is kind of difficult to see also while riding. Down below we have the fuel gauge, which is nice. We also have included a range, but yeah, I don't know, it just jumps around pretty much, so I don't know how accurate that actually is. We have all the control lights around the display here, have a press of a button here, and we can quickly check like the trip and the time and the fuel consumption. Actually you can check here, and the range and the average fuel and the date and the service date, and that's what you can see here. If you press longer on the middle button, you actually get into the menu. Connectivity, yeah, you connect it to Bluetooth. They most likely have a Hero app which you can connect it to, and you can also navigate, so it's possibly turn by turn navigation. I'm not sure, but I saw here in the display actually the mention of navigation. So connectivity, we have bike, we can trip A, trip B, battery and so on. We can reset it here, I guess. We have the display appearance, which is night, auto and day. Then we have the menu where you can kind of customize it to your liking, and date, time and units and appearance, and that's everything. Did I go into me? Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's about basically everything here for the display of the Hero Hunk 440. Yes, we're here today with the Hero Hunk 440 2026 model year, and we'll take it out for a little ride. Let's go. Yes, we get on the bike, on the seat. The seat from the outside does not look so high quality.
But when you sit on it, it feels very comfortable. I cannot complain. The mirrors are pretty nice and round. However, they have, I don't know if you can see that if I move around, they have this weird, you know, like they probably have the outside a little bit wide, more wide angle than the inside. So it kind of shifts and I don't like it. It probably is better if they have a cut here, not like a, you know, transformation between this and that side. I don't like it so much. So we turn it on here. I have to go again because I'm getting warm again. So we are in neutral. We can start it up. So yeah, the first thing that you notice is the seat. As I said, it's quite comfortable. It does feel very plush and comfy. The mirrors are round, but they have this transition, not transformation, transition. Damn, my English is getting worse and worse. From the kind of wide angle to the other normal angle, and that's why I don't like it so much. I never really noticed that on other bikes. We have Vibray brakes, not Brembo, but something similar. As you can see now, the sun, I think, is coming from the side or so. You can see the rectangle in the middle quite dominant, which is a darker black than the surrounding area of the display, and this is something I don't really like. Just from the aesthetics point of view, you know. Nice acceleration and everything. For this 27 horsepower, I think it's pretty good. And we have 36 Newton meter, also pretty good. So I don't think there's anything about the anything negative about the acceleration or power of this bike in this class. I think it's more than enough. The shifting and yeah, all of the controls, yeah, they leave a good impression. Everything works as expected, no clunkiness or anything. One thing that I would like to mention here, when you have your foot on the foot peg on the left hand side, you have to shift, and then you have to put your foot in between the foot peg and the shift lever. And that gap is fairly small, so I can make it with my foot. I have a shoe which is fairly slim, but if you have a bigger boot or so, you might have already a problem getting in between this shift lever and the foot peg. I just wanted to point that out in case you buy it and say, damn, I cannot get my foot in between, you know. So that's what it is. Otherwise, all the controls and everything leave a very good impression here. We have different controls, as I told you before, since it's only my second time I ride an Indian bike. So maybe they're more common there, but usually I only have other bikes or Chinese bikes. We have a little bit of jerkiness in the throttle as well. But yeah, shifting, everything is very smooth. And it feels good to handle. Feels good to handle. It definitely is fun to ride. At higher speeds, 90, 100, it feels stable on the road, planted. No complaints there. Yeah, let's put it into 6th gear. Not that somebody will say it does not have 6 gears. Yes, it does. And yeah, it's a naked bike, so we have the full flow of the wind here, which is at the moment still very cold. Onto my chest here. Not chest hair, I said chest here. And yeah, very stable at this speed. We have, since it is a one-cylinder, sometimes yeah, you have quite rough vibrations in the seat actually. Well, not at the moment, but Yeah, like, I mean, I shift now to the 5th gear. Yeah, we have quite strong vibrations here, but yeah, 1 cylinder to be expected, I guess. Let's see if we can go any faster here. I have full throttle now. When I came here, maybe, I'm guessing, I have no idea, maybe 140, maybe 145 according to the speedometer. I'm only guessing because I didn't really try it out, but that would be my estimate for this bike, according to the speedometer, of course. And yeah, highway riding, definitely no problem with that. Of course, it's a little bit easier to do than on a 125. You know, you're always maxed out at 100 with a 125. Here, maybe you max out at 140 on the speedometer. Yeah, but the main attraction, I would say, of this bike is, I mean, like with so many other things, so many other bikes from China and India, of course, is the price, which is very, very competitive. We have about 3,700 euro on the road here, which is kind of incredible for a 440 cc. There's just a small gap to the 125. And that, yeah, that's quite incredible actually. We even have a little shift indicator. I don't think that's really that accurate as with the range. The range is not really accurate. As you can see, we have half tank of gas, and when I got on, okay, it got down, you know, further down, down, down. Now we have 210. I don't know how accurate that is, if we can actually ride over 400 kilometers with a full tank. I don't think so, unless it's a really energy efficient bike. But yeah, you can see the shift indicators here telling me to shift up or shift down. So maybe if you're a beginner and you don't really know anything, might be a good thing, I don't know. But for me, actually, I tried to do it on the way coming here, and it was really confusing actually to look at the shift indicators and do what they said. So it was kind of, yeah, I don't know, maybe the logic is not the best as with the range, but at least it has all that. It has a little fuel computer, trip computer. We can have turn-by-turn navigation here on the display if you connect it to your phone. Pretty nice. And all that for even much under 4,000 euro. That is quite incredible. That is really quite incredible, I would say. Anyways, yeah, that is my test ride already. It rides nicely at higher speeds, as I said. It feels good, solid, and yeah, like a goodbye so far. Not a goodbye, but a goodbye. And yeah, that's my test ride here of the Hero Hunk 440 2026 model year. Thanks very much for watching. This has been a ride out. Take care. Bye-bye.
Cruising down the coast, sun on my face, on a brand new ride, taking my place. From scooters to beasts, every mile's a test. I push the limits, give you my